What's up, DEXTools community? We are in Dubai for Token 2049 in Crypto Week, and we have here these two amazing gentlemen with us for a huge AMA we're going to be doing with GAMEChain. Could you guys please introduce yourselves and the roles at GAMEChain?
Yep, I'll start. I'm Einar. I've been in crypto for over 5 years now, developing blockchain stuff and just managing projects and all. And my role currently in GAMEChain, I'm the co-founder, and I'll just pass the microphone to Bjorn.
Yeah, I'm the co-founder of Game, and previously I'm also the founder of Shido. Been building that for several years, and yeah, we are really looking forward to get GAMEChain launched and rolling out in the public.
Amazing. So for those that aren't aware what GAMEChain is, could you explain why you guys built a gaming-focused L2?
Yeah, I mean the chain itself is, as you say, an Ethereum L2. It's really a state-of-the-art L2 using the very best G2 sequencer, so it's really fast. But the focus here is not really the underlying infrastructure; it's more the ecosystem that we want to build up with gaming moving forward.
So you mentioned the ecosystem. Let's dive into that a little bit. What do the games look like? Are you guys enticing developers to, come and build onto the chain? What does that look like?
So basically, for the beginning, for the GAMEChain, we are not planning to make any complicated stuff. You are not gonna be managing any microeconomics in our games.
Yeah.
It's gonna be mini games for the beginning. It's not gonna be like you are not gonna be spending hours reading docs, like trying to find out strategies, trying to do this, do that, earn money. But more like you are directly gonna go to the platform and start playing games. Plug and go, but then as time goes on, as we are moving forward with the chain and everything, we are also going to be doing more different games, more go to the AAA games and all, make microeconomics and all. But also for the developers, we have space for both developers, but also normal people like community members to build on our chain. So you don't have to be a professional code writer or a professional programmer to be able to build on GAMEChain. Because we are gonna be offering tools for everyone to be able to build on GAMEChain. It's not like you are gonna have to study anything for a year to be able to build something with us.
Amazing. And what kind of games do you guys have ready to roll out right now?
For the beginning, right after the IDO, we are gonna be launching 3 games. It's gonna be 1 game a week, 1 by 1, and we are gonna have seasons in the portal. So it's gonna be simple games. You are gonna have to launch the game hub, connect your wallet, and that's it. You are gonna go and jump around in a game, shoot some like you can be an archer and shoot, collect points and all. You are gonna have to. We also have a game that you are gonna run away from the fire, and also it's simple fun games like mini games like for example Subway Surfers on the phone, and you are gonna be able to play the games both on mobile and on desktop, so that's a plus.
Amazing. And you mentioned IDO coming out, so everybody watching, make sure to stay tuned all the way to the end so you could win some crypto and a potential whitelist spot for the upcoming GAMEChain IDO. So you guys mentioned that GAMEChain is the fastest gaming L2. What are some key features that separate you from other L2s? I mean, we're seeing so many of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of L2s out there. They are good. I mean, we are built on the OP stack with Ethereum as settlement layer. We have Celestia as data layer, but importantly we're using the G2 sequencer, which is basically the best out there. So we are among the fastest, which is very important for gaming. But to add on top what Edin was saying, we have a huge partnership with a huge project that's gonna unfold, which is about creation of games and AI creation of games.
AI agents for games.
Yeah, we're simple users with not much development knowledge, more or less can click and drag and create games. what we will bring to the space there is basically creating Roblox of Web3, because you have, for those who know Roblox, for instance, you have Roblox Studios, and then the user creates games, and all of a sudden you have thousands of games, and this is what we want to achieve also, where there is not only developers or big studios rolling out games, but rather also normal users can roll out games, and then they can use a token generator and generate a token for the games.
Nice.
And then all of a sudden we will have thousands of games created with tokens attached to it, and building up this huge ecosystem.
Amazing. So you guys covered speed, games. How does scaling look like with your infrastructure that you guys have built? Like, can you guys handle massive multiplayer games, economies, and...
Yeah, that's exactly what we can. Because 100 mega gas per second, and almost no latency, down at 0.2 millisecond, which means that we could handle big AAA games with a lot of transactions.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys have taken the opposite approach. We're seeing L2s, even L1s, coming out at 50, 100 million valuation plus. And you guys have done the opposite, where you have no VC backing. You guys are coming in at a lean 5 million valuation. So what's your thought process with this? Can you share why you guys took this approach instead of going out and raising millions of dollars?
I mean, a lot of times, I wouldn't say I can see they try to raise as much as possible, but it almost feels like that when you see like, okay, they raise 10 millions and 5 millions and 20 million, and the FTV becomes very high.
Of course.
And then they roll out, you see the chart, it's almost like down a lot, and then it can take time before the investors post-launch can actually see some returns. And we instead try to start lower, and basically people buying the pre-sale with you and post-launch, basically post-launch buying is basically buying the seed round, if you look at the valuation. And a lot to it is because first of all, we are very cost efficient and so on, trying to keep everything in check, and then instead try to create value over time for investors, giving them a good opportunity to come in early and be a part of the journey with us and grow with us. So we try to do it a little bit differently than many, you could say, bigger projects, but we are just as big. We have the same ambitions, and so on.
So basically, we are also community members. We know what the community members want. We know what they want to feel like. They want to feel early, and they are early. They
want to be in the money.
Exactly.
They don't want to be taken advantage of anymore.
We can talk technology all we want. We have that. We can talk like everything business all we want. We have that. But if we don't give back to the community, we don't give back to the ones that trust on us early on, what are we doing? So we are doing our best to give everyone the earliest chance to invest in games, and that's basically it. Like we don't want to start too high up and go low. We want to start low and go high up. The opposite.
That's the
thing.
way to do it. Retail, even people like myself, we're sick of high FTV, low flow tokens. I mean, you guys are releasing 70% at public for public investors, so that's huge. Pretty much most of the tokens will be vested. Let's jump into the token itself, Game Token. It's the native token of GAMEChain, correct? So what does the utility look like? Is there going to be any revenue sharing? Is there going to be staking possibilities and opportunities? How does the utility look like for Game?
Yeah, there will be staking opportunities, and we will roll that out later and announce it. But we will, the token will be the in-game currency of the games we are rolling out, where users can play and earn rewards, basically. And then it's used for gas. So it's also the governance and the utility token of the infrastructure. So it has very much utility.
And you guys have implemented a buyback and burn system, so it's deflationary.
Yeah, correct. And it would obviously demand some volume for it to become deflationary. but it will constantly burn some game token on each transaction. And when it comes to GameFi and gaming, it becomes a lot of transactions. So that's a good thing.
Awesome.
And as Bjorn mentioned, with the AI game creation tool coming, we'll also be having conditions, obviously, to launch the games, to not make it a full-on spam games launching, to not spam the chain and everything. Like, we'll most likely have a condition to have games token in your wallet to be able to launch a game. So that basically puts buy pressure on the chart to be able to launch tokens, and then the revenue gotten from the games goes back as rewards to the developers, in this case community members, because everyone will be able to launch games. You don't you can't technically say developers because you're not a developer, you're just launching a game for fun. So basically from that too, a part of it goes to burnbacks. Like, and
okay, amazing. No, I love it. So you guys have a huge roadmap and you guys are working on a ton of stuff. How does it look like over the next few months? Can you paint a picture of what's coming, how the phases are rolling out? You know, you got testnet, mainnet, IDO. What's coming?
No, at launch we are rolling out, game portal and games. So that's like huge to begin with, and then we think in about 6 weeks or so post-launch we will roll out the testnet, and then we will be on testnet for a while, and then we move over to a big mainnet launch. And then, but we don't want to reveal everything. We have some extra things coming, and and then we will constantly have new games rolling out and so on, and partnerships, and I mean there will also be a DEX launching on the chain. There will be a token generator. We have some interoperability partnerships that are huge with big players. So there will be a lot coming.
Awesome. You mentioned partnership a few times. Can you give us some hints, or can you share any info? Any large partnerships you guys have going on?
I mean, the most important partnership for us will be with the game studio and the project that has been building for several years when it comes to AI creation of games and a very sophisticated game engine. So that will be very important. And then there will be, we have Oracle partnership and bridging interoperability, also DEX partnership. So that's the more classical DeFi partnerships we have also. That's going to be huge.
Amazing.
And then I know that people are going to be thinking, what about CX partnerships? We also have that. Don't worry, guys. We have that.
People always ask the same questions, like, when's Binance listing? When Lambo, Sometimes gets sold, but amazing. You guys, it's been a pleasure speaking to you guys. So for everybody that's watching, can you explain how they can get involved? Like, how can they support you guys? Where to find you guys? What's coming next? Would it be the IDO? Everything you guys can share with everybody watching.
So basically, you can go to gamechain.xyz, and you'll have all of the information there. Whatever you have there, you'll have a link to join our community on TG and our community on X. If you have any questions, join our Telegram community. Ask questions. We'll be there personally to answer any questions, anything, any time of the day. Just come join, enjoy the community. We have a really warm community. You can come join us, and as for the being part of the community until the IDO, just come chill with us in the chat, ask questions and everything, and then after the IDO you are officially gonna be a holder, so you are automatically a community member.
I love it.